Oh, look at Miss Williams. Hey, Miss Williams. It's Monday. Oh.
When I went to school, I gave the teacher an apple. She accepted it. Teacher don't want no apple. Teachers, no. Apple. I want some. And you screwed. You know math. You got 9 inches.
This is a teacher. Okay, let's get into the teacher, and let's, y'all look at Miss Williams. Good morning, Miss Williams.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
That's Miss Williams, y'all. That's the teacher, Miss Williams. Okay. I don't know why the booty had to be shown walking away, all of that, but that's Miss Williams. That is Miss Williams. That's a teacher.
The teacher's a freak now. Teacher, I want a baby. Can you make a baby? I want 2 babies.
I'll tell you right now, if you a boy in high school, middle school, or even elementary school, when you get to like 5th and 6th grade, then you in trouble, bro, because you're never going to be able to focus on whatever the assignment is. We had these type of teachers inside of our classrooms. We didn't have social media back then, so it was a little bit different. And all of the boys was like, bro, we have to. So it's just a distraction, bro.
You can bleep this later, but it's all. That's really what it is. It's American, and it's gonna take us to a depth stage because children are involved.
Basically, she's dropping different videos. As you can see, this is also some stuff from her personal time, and she's dropping different videos. And at first I was like, yo, it's somebody that, one of her little girl students that admire her body or whatever. And, she recording her, and so she posted it without her really even knowing or nothing like that. Okay, that's what's really happening. But what I realized was that I had to go and do a little bit of a deep dive to find out if this was her account or if this was somebody else's account. It looks like it's her account. And so what's happening is she's having, or it looks to be that she's having a student record her, and then she's posting it to her account of, how shapely she is. And she's very shapely, and she looked nice, but, obviously adults, people that are of age, realize that she's for the streets. If I'm just going to keep it 100 and I'm going to be candid and be honest, yes, she's for the streets. So, if you go through and you see some of these things and you see some of the same things over and over again, and then it's spliced together with her walking in the parking lot, and then she takes specific pictures of her bending over or...
Now, I'm sure we were all aware of the dress code that applied to children when they went to school, but did anybody ever think to question the dress code of teachers?
Oh, look at Miss Williams. Hey, Miss Williams. It's Monday. Oh.
Now, what I want to know is, why are people so conflicted on whether or not this is appropriate attire or not? Weren't y'all the same ones that just however long ago was complaining about a teacher who was in the classroom getting his hair braided by his students? Make it make sense. Are we really conflicted? I mean, the individual who was filming her was calling her Teacher Bae. Is this really what's being allotted in our schools? Is this really what the world is coming to? Because if that's the case, y'all might as well go ahead and hire Miss Parker.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, boy.
So as I said, these women, it's the women, whether it's the teachers, it's the parents, they need to have dress codes because they don't understand and realize the attention that they are drawn to themselves and how it will alter and shift a child.
One thing to wear what you want to work, and there's another thing to be inappropriate, distasteful, it's just outlandish. Like what that teacher wore in that classroom, ridiculous. Like I have no words, actually. It's not because she has a curvy shape. It's not because she decided, oh my gosh, I'm a teacher, I should be able to wear what I want, No. If you work in a middle school or a high school, those are two of the most impressionable ages of your lifetime. And if you think for a second, those young boys are not commenting on the shape of your body, commenting on what you're wearing, you're crazy.
You got a 14-year-old boy in your class. You think he looking on the board and you walking past? But the question is, do you like that attention from a child? Do you not get the attention that you want from the men in the world? So you're going to get it from a child? Because they don't give it to you. One thing a child is going to do, they will give it to you. They're teenagers, boys and girls. So we living in a time where it's boys and girls.
We had these type of teachers inside of our classrooms. We didn't have social media back then, so it's a little bit different. And all of the boys was like, bro, you know we have to. So it's just a distraction, bro. And so, you know, in the same way that they were getting on whatever the young guy was, there was a guy a year or two ago, and I remember I did some review videos of this guy, and he was basically getting his hair twisted, and oh my God, all of the women went insane, and everybody had a conversation about it. And I think that he actually lost his job because they fired him for allowing the students to inappropriately touch his hair. And it wasn't even like nowhere near like nothing like that, you know, as far as like it seeming like it being intentional. I think he had let like some students paint his nails and stuff like that too. And so people wasn't really feeling that, and I wasn't feeling it either.
We don't care. That's the problem. They do not care. And that is the sad reality of this, y'all. They want attention. They need attention. They thrive off of attention. They literally thrive off of attention. And you're getting it from a child.
If you have any sensitivity, kiss all of it goodbye. Everybody's lost their goddamn mind. Everybody went crazy. The school teachers have went, you are supposed to teach the kids, not them. The teachers are the kids. I'll go to school for 4 years and then I'm going to the kids. I'm going to them.
You can claim all of the young men you want. To have a productive relationship with a man who's on your level is difficult for you, so you go out and you steal the pups from the hood.
Polite savages.
It's all in the system, Jay. It takes more than this show to get into that one. We need a lot of time to get into the reasons of things. It's not just important that it's happening. I think what's even more important is why is it happening?
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And we're just here to drop truth bombs after truth bombs. If you're scared, go to church, because this truth bound to hurt. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. It seems, you polite savages, that we have totally forgotten what is appropriate and inappropriate, what to wear around children, what to do and how to behave around children. But when it becomes painfully obvious that the only currency that you really desire is the currency of attention, and you're not there to do the best job that you could do, you're there to get all of the eyes on you that you can have and all of the attention that you can gather. Teacher Bay, oh, she had it her way, swinging that thing left to right, and everybody was giving her that attention that she so much dearly desired. And of course she desired it, because if she didn't desire it, she wouldn't have been out there with her yams hanging out. Yamation, yam-elation. Those yams are yamified, and I ain't gonna lie, if I was in her class, I wouldn't have got no studying did. I would have just been staring straight at her Italian stallion, you dig?
Yeah, that's what somebody gotta tell me. What school is this? Because the bigger problem is the leadership of this institution, or lack thereof. What principal is running this school, looking at this city girl BBL teacher walking around like this, and they're allowing it? Are they running a school for education, or are they teaching the students Magic City 101?
Miss William, better known as Miss Bay, has gone viral on TikTok because of the way she dresses and the way she shows up to begin her day at school with all her students. The criticism she has received is because her clothes are always very close to her body and it shows her beautiful figure. She also wears very beautiful, seductive looking shoes. But two things can be true at the same time. She has a beautiful body. She doesn't want to cover it. Students are going to be looking at her all day, every day.
Yeah. I'm a teacher myself, and the Teacher Bay outfit is doing way too much.
And let's just not act like there isn't an epidemic of teachers busting it wide open for the students with inappropriate contact over and over again. So it just puzzles me why this instructor, why this person who's going to be a mentor to countless young adults would even consider what she's wearing to be appropriate. Because it's time to tell the truth to shame the devil. Man, these BBL ladies, they'll be shake dancing for $5 on the side of the street if it'll get them the attention that they want. But we'll be the first ones to tell you, respect me for my mind and not for what my body shows. Walking around in hooker pumps, cheek tight mini skirts, showing extra booby meat. But look you dead in the eyes and say, why don't you respect me?
This Teacher Bay, I finally went on her page and actually looked and was like, okay, I gotta go back and revisit my comments. Because, you know, I'm all for teachers wearing whatever they want to wear, being comfortable, woo, woo, woo. I'm always here to like defend the teachers, blah, 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 blah. And me, myself, being an art teacher, our professionalism is a little bit different. We come in, you know, tattoos, piercings, black outfits, you know, whatever. As an art teacher, we kind of whatever, as long as it's okay in the school conduct, you know. But, ma'am, that was a high school teacher or a middle school teacher, whatever the case is. I agree with some of y'all. The skirt was short. Yes, she was fully clothed, but baby, it's not even about the tightness for me, because when you got hips, but she couldn't bend over if her life depended on it.
And let's keep it a buck. Let's just keep it all the way as true as we absolutely can in this situation here. You never see this on the other side of the town with that higher tax bracket. Man, them soccer moms and them Karens will raise all types of hell with this young sister walking around tempting their husbands with all of that booty meat hanging out, knowing that they flapjacked, and straight back. Those ladies would swarm to attack. This is only gonna happen on the dark side of town, where ain't nobody paying attention, where this buffoonery and tomfoolery is being celebrated. Students saying, hey, I see you today, teach. The teacher sitting there loving the attention. And did I mention that she has a social media presence now all over the place? What the hell is going on here? Who hired this harlot in the first place?
Yo, these teachers is wild nowadays, bro. They are basically using the classroom as they backdrop to market themselves to get more visibility as Teacher Bay.
Gentlemen, that is true. Just because they dress a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way. Don't ever forget it. But ladies, you must understand that that is confusing. It's like, all right, lady, fine. You are not a but you are wearing a performer. I'll tell you that just right now.
Thank you for watching the TIP Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.